Hi there everyone, hope you're all well. Right, just getting all the technology in place, so I just thought I'd let you see the cards that we're making tonight. We're doing some heat embossing on both cards tonight, so just trying to get a bit video feed at the moment on my phone, so yeah, I'll just keep you on the cards. So we're using the stamp set called Happy Birthday to You, which is one that you can earn for free from the celebration when you spend £45. Yeah, brilliant. I've got it now. So I'm going to switch to... Right. Hi there. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, so we're using the stamp set Happy Birthday to You, which I can show you. I'll show you in... Don't know if you'll see that backwards. Oh no, it's it the right way. Excellent. Can you see that? It's called Happy Birthday to You. It's got a cake in it. Happy birthday, celebrate, and to you, and some dots. So yeah, you can earn that for free. You can spend £45 or more from any of the current catalogues at the main one or the spring summer one. So, and also we're using the papers that I think we used. That was last week or the week before. The honeybee, or the golden bee, I think it's called. Right, so without further ado, I'm just going to crack on. Here we go. Oh, and I'm going to just move the camera down tonight, and in the hope that I can. So I can't have it down at the moment because you'll see it in view. So I'm going to bring it down. So just bear with me because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, but I also need to be able to work. But we'll sort something out. So here we go. So yeah, I'm just going to bring that down. Maybe about there. I should still be able to work, so hopefully you'll just be able to see a little bit better what I'm doing. That's the plan anyway. So let's make a start. Oh, hi Wanda. Yeah, you made it. Why was it a struggle? Right, so we're going to start with this one first, which is the gold one. So it's, you probably can't tell unless I can try and get it to the light. It's oh, you might be able to now. It's all gold embossed, look, and then watercoloured in. So I've stamped it on some of our shimmer white, which you can't probably see that shimmery, but it has shimmery dazzly bits in it. It's very hard to, it looks lovely in the flesh, but hard to see on camera. So, but anyway, and then this one we'll do after, which is white embossed and just some cat and out, but I'll show you how to do all that. So to start off with, we're going to do this one. Right. Has it been a rough day then, Wanda? I take it you've been at work. Right, so glad you could join me anyway. Let's just hope we can get on, do some crafting. Right, because it'll be running tomorrow evening. I haven't done anything since last, oh yeah, I don't think we've done a run since last week, have we? Naughty naughty. Well, I haven't. Oh, you have. Yeah, you did one, but again, you was good. But I have done swimming twice, so at least I've done something, I suppose. Haven't been completely lazy. So yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to. So this is the honeybee paper. So, oh, let's put it right. So yeah, it's using it again. I absolutely just love the stripes. I wish we could just have a paper pack of striped paper because I would use it all the time. I love the black and gold. I think it's so classy. But I also love the black and white because you can colour it in and do all sorts of other things with it as well. Oh, I've just got a bit of glue on there. So yeah, love it. Hi Yvonne, hope you're well as well. Looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. Weather permitting, of course. Right, so that's that mounted up. This was going to start now. She's been a little monkey today. My oldest dog has. She really has. I'm just going to shut the door because otherwise she's going to start creating. She's probably barking at Daisy. Poor Daisy has to put up with her. My boys come on here. I need to go and receive my medal tomorrow evening. Oh. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Oh yeah, I expect they'll be taking photos and that as well. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to do some proper heat embossing, full on heat embossing tonight. So we're going to be using Versamark. Just done that, oh I forgot to explain, so anybody who doesn't know, this is an embossing buddy. It's filled with a, I don't know if it's corn flour, I don't know, or French chalk. When you first buy it, it's actually really fat, but mine is really thin. I've had this for years, but I think I need to buy a new one soon. anyway, so you brush all over that because that just gets away with all the fingerprints and any greasy marks that may be on your fingerprints and greasiness that may be on our fingerprints, on our fingertips. I'll get it right in a minute. Right. And no, I haven't been on the alcohol yet. Maybe afterwards, but not yet. Right, so we're going to, let's put this in view. Plenty of Versamark. I think I need to, it's not very shiny. You can tell if it's on there because it's nice shine, and it really isn't, so I think I need to re-ink mine. But anyway, I'm sure it'll do for tonight, so I'll put that in shot. And we're just going to go straight down, roughly in the middle. Just need to move that because I need to. So yeah, this one's going to be embossed with gold. I'm dropping everything now, never mind. Right. I'm not used to working in such a small area when I do my Facebook lives, so I can't space out like I do downstairs on my big table. I'm not used to being very tidy either. Right. If you do get any little bit specks, you probably can't, any specks around, very fine paintbrush gets rid of those. I unfortunately didn't bring one up with me though, so I just made do with my fingertips. So I'll put that back in the pot. Do the lid up before I spill it. Right, and here we go with the heat gun. So there'll be a little bit of noise for a minute or so when I first start my gun up, because to warm it up. Oh, there's the lid. What have I done with the lid? I do make a mess of powder everywhere. Right, so yeah, when I first turn it on, I let it heat up to get the temperature up rather than blasting out my card straight away. So you just have to bear with the noise for a little bit. I'll try and talk over it. And I'll try and bring it up so you can see it. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it change. You two know about heat embossing anyway, so different people do it ways. You can do it underneath the cardstock and do it above. I generally hold it on one area, then move it as you see it going. You can kind of see it going. Obviously much better in the flesh. This is why I wanted the camera closer tonight, so you could actually see. Ouch, could have bought a peg. Right. Again, I don't like to overheat it because it can dull it, especially on the gold. Not so much on other colours, but you see, you should be able to see that. See, it's lovely. All the light reflects off it. And obviously it also always helps especially when you're watercolouring, but if you're colouring it, just it's not a raised line as such, but it kind of helps you to stay in the lines. I think it does anyway. Maybe that's an optical illusion, maybe it's just me. Right, we're going to start colouring now. So we need smoky slate. I coloured the cake in smoky slate and the stand in slightly darker grey. So as usual with it, we squidge some ink into the pad. Much easier with our old stamp pads, not quite so easy with our new ones, although I do love our new ones as well. They each have, right, I wonder if we can get a little bit closer. Get a bit closer. Is that too close? Hopefully not. Right, so using an aqua brush, aqua painter, it's got water in here which you can squidge out. I've also got some paper towel ready just in case. So yeah, we just go in with that in our ink pad with a little bit of water, and we just colour it in. Excuse me, I'm just gonna reach over and get that. So it actually looks like I've used crumb cake on my other card. Maybe I did, but I'm pretty sure I used smoky slate. Either would be quite nice. I just like either Sahara Sand, crumb cake, the beige. Yeah, I'm not convinced that I use grey now looking at it, but hey ho. So what we do, where all the lines are, I just create a little bit of shadow just underneath. You can colour the whole cake in, but I wanted the cake to kind of look like it's a white cake. I have seen them coloured in, and so the choice is completely yours, but I prefer just to do a little bit of shading But I must admit, I do love this set. I think it's lovely, especially for a free one. And there are matching dies with it as well. I know I've probably mentioned it before. I haven't got them yet, but I am going to get them. I hope to anyway, because it cuts out the flowers as well, which means you could just, yeah, you could do lovely cards just with using the flowers, which would be lovely. So not, so you don't have to use the cake all the time. But the cake is lovely, obviously. And as I keep saying, I think it's not just for birthdays. I think it's good for weddings, anniversaries, engagements, even Mother's Day. Whatever you can think of, really, because who doesn't like cake? Come on, let's be honest, ladies. I know we shouldn't be eating it, but we do like it, especially if it's homemade. Well, I do. Can't resist a bit of homemade cake. Life's too short not to eat cake, isn't it? That's my theory, and that's what I'm sticking by. Just have to bike a few extra miles on the bike, or run a few extra miles. Right, I think that'll do, otherwise it'll be overkill. So that's the grey done. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to put them on the floor, I think. And then a bit of the grey on the base, which you could carry on doing with a smoky slate, I think, but I just wanted a slightly darker effect. But try not to get, oh, I know what I've forgotten to do. I've forgotten to do the cake stand. I might go in with the grey, actually. So, just creating a little bit of shadow. It's all very subtle, but that's what I like about watercolouring. There we go. Yeah, quick and easy. And then we're just going to do the flowers and the leaves. So we use Rococo Rose for the flowers, Daffodil Delight for the centres, and I must admit I actually forgot to do the centres on my other ones. So yeah, I'm just going to be naughty and just come and do that now. Look, I did one, and I didn't. I've coloured it in pink actually. Yeah, I'm just going to colour it in yellow while I remember. Okay. Carry on, do the other ones, make sure you can see. So did anybody get any storm damage? I hope not. So we were very lucky, because I think because we're bordered by our big leylandii, which I don't like. Simon did say that they do protect us quite a bit, so every cloud, I suppose, it's nice that they're there to protect us from the elements as well. It's just as long as they don't fall down, because otherwise we will then be in trouble. They're very, very tall. Oh, might have squished a bit too much water in there. Let's just soak that up a bit. Hence why I've got my... Right, and here we go. We're just going with the aqua brush. I do like to leave some white area, but that's entirely up to you. I just think it offsets it a little bit nicer if you leave some white. I have complained, well, not complained, I have told Sam that my table wobbles, and he's told me that it shouldn't do, but it does when I'm painting. It was actually his granddad's, his granddad built it for our wedding present, I believe. So that's it's nearly 30 years old, so it's getting on a bit. I think I've done that wrong there, but never mind. So yeah, the has some sentimental value. So although I use it as my crafting table, it has seen better days. But we don't want to really get rid of it, because it's a gate leg table that closes down really into a small gap, so it's very handy. Oh, this is keeping me quiet, isn't it? Let's see. That's what happens when you start concentrating. You go quiet. Right. Ooh, it's going very quiet. Still kicking up a storm outside a little bit, I have to say, which I'm surprised about. But thankfully the snow is gone. That didn't last long, did it, ladies? But Simon's told me tonight that the marked lorries are all parked up on the Northland Industrial Estate, apparently. I thought they parked up on the cattle market, on the Hardwick Narrows. Do they not park there anymore? Please tell me, because I thought that's where they, or perhaps they're all parked at, I don't know. Perhaps they go both places. But I don't think I'll be going there, maybe to get some sweeties, I don't know. I think I was quite good last year. I think I didn't even go and get the sweets, but I do like to have some traditional marked sweets when it's here. It only comes once a year, so why not? Really probably need to hurry this up a little bit rather than me just sitting here taking all my time. But yeah, I think you get the general idea of what I'm doing. I'm just gonna get on with it a little bit now. But yeah, it's a very, very lovely stamp set to do all sorts with, all sorts of techniques. So pink done, I do the leaves, so hopefully you can see that. You can see I've left quite a few white areas. Just quickly going. Oh, that's a bit dark, but I didn't clean the brush. Yeah, always a good idea to clean your aqua brush, either in some clean water, which I didn't bring up, or just on your kitchen towel, whatever you've got to hand. So I'm doing this really quickly now. You'd take more time doing it, but I'm conscious that we are live. They all need painting up there because the leaves are a little bit darker than what I would normally do, but hey ho. Right, and then we're just going to grab which razzleberry, because there's a few little berries. I think they're berries. Oh no, and then Sarah. Excuse me. A little bit of water. Yeah, it's just some little random. Don't quite know what they are, but we're going to paint them. Yep, and that's done. Oh no, just got to do the base, which I used, ooh, lovely colour, Seaside spray, just to do a little bit of shadow under, so it just doesn't look like it's floating in midair. I don't like things floating in midair. You could draw a line with a pen if you wanted to make it look like it's on a tabletop. I just prefer just to create a little bit of a base somewhere. A little bit more water. I think you get there really quick. Don't have to be see. That's it. It just grounds it, that's the word. Grounds it a little bit, doesn't it? So it's not floating about. Right, get rid of that. Just going to give it a quick blast with the heat gun, just so I don't smudge it basically. And what I should have done, if I was clever, I should have done the sentiment at the same time. You can see we've got happy birthday, a bit of black card stock. No, didn't think about that, did I? Hey ho. Oh, hi Carol. Able to join me tonight. Brilliant. Right, here we go. So, just going to happy birthday. So yeah, always best to try and do everything together. Save yourself a bit of time, but I shall flip that bit of paper over because I shall be using white next and don't want them getting muddled up. Right. Keep losing that lid. Right, in with the heat gun again quickly. See that, I think the light's really not good in here tonight. I can't wait for the summer. Actually, I was just saying to Simon about this room I'm in is it actually was my old craft room, but funny enough I used to get too hot in here and I felt too isolated, I must admit, so that's why I'm downstairs now. And but yeah, it's the sunniest room in the house because it's south facing, so in the summertime it gets a lot of light and sun in here. It's very hot as well, but hopefully I'll be able to cope with that. You never know, might have to sit in here in a bikini top or my birthday suit. That'd be a nice surprise, wouldn't it, ladies? Probably not. So we'll see. I'm hoping it's going to be, I should be able to open the window and everything. So, but yeah, it'll be nice when we get proper light and I won't have to use artificial lighting, hopefully. May cause issues, I don't know. We're just going to have to see. Oh, what's that? Oh, you can see I just used the mini cutter for that. You've all seen that at play, the mini cutter. That's what you can, if you join for £99 you can earn that, or you get that for free. Just going to create a quick banner. Yeah, that's a tad too long to go across the card. So just make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, that's perfect. Create your banners like we do, so go up in half into the middle, go from their diagonals to the middle. It's really hard to see on the black, but there you go, I've done it now. And I'll just pop that up on some dimensionals in a minute when I've stuck this on here. You're all very quiet, not commenting, but that's fine, as long as you're all watching. I guess you're perhaps all watching the telly as well. I know I do when I watch Facebook Lives. You can admit it, I don't mind. I multitask, we're women, we can multitask. I do know a lot of people watch Facebook Lives with the sound down apparently, which probably isn't a bad idea. Right, so here we go. Make sure we get it the right way up, ladies. We wouldn't ever do that, would we? Put it upside down or back to front. No, we'd never do that. Oh, here she comes. No, it's Daisy. Hello, Daisy. Barged the door open. That's because Simon's gone outside to play in his workshop, so that's why they're looking for trouble. But yeah, Whispers drove me nuts today. She's never satisfied. She's not happy in her bed, so she barks and bullies Daisy to get out of hers. Then she doesn't want to be in there, and she wants to be where Daisy is again. On and off all morning. So yeah, Simon said shut her in the lobby, which I did do for a little while. I know she wasn't happy, but yeah, she can be a little bit naughty, can Whisper. Ooh. So just popping these up on some dimensionals. Okay. And we're just going to cover that across the bottom. Right there. Voila, and done. But yeah, you can see that it's gold embossed now. It's in the light when it reflects. So that's that one done. We're now going to do number 2, which I must admit is I do prefer number 2. I did that one first, but this is number. Right, here we go. So yeah, this one's a little bit more striking. Now I know some people don't like wonky things, but I tried to put it straight and I just didn't think it looked right, but I might put it on straight tonight. I might surprise you, Wanda. So let's go for, so yeah, this one's just white embossed onto the lovely lipstick cardstock, and then on some separate Whisper white cardstock with black memento. I just stamped it and coloured it in with the Stampin' Blends and then cut it out, fussy cut it out. Because I haven't got the dies. If I'd had the dies, it would have been a lot easier. But then again, we're trying to show you simple stamping at the moment. So, right. So as you can see, my DSP is white and black, but on here it's coloured. So I'm sure you can all guess what I'm going to do if I bought it. Yes, I did. Here it is. Got my sponge brayer again. So I'm going to do a little bit of brown and creating the ombre effect. Obviously you don't have to do the ombre effect, but I'm going to. So just quick brief description again. When we go in the ink, we don't go up and down like that. We go with one way then up, one way and then lift it up. Just for those who haven't seen before. If you haven't, just look back on my previous tutorials please, and you'll see, and I'll talk about it at length. So just a couple of times, and we start off on the scrap. I'm conscious that I'm going out of camera. And start layering it on. Coming down. This is when the table starts to wobble. So we'll go for a subtle effect down the bottom, and we'll build it up at the top. I bet you're looking forward to seeing Jonathan there, Wanda. That'd be lovely. I haven't seen my girls for a while. Well, when did I see Molly? I can't remember now. A couple of weeks ago, was it? Oh no, in Ely last week, wasn't it, when we went to the cathedral? Of course. And she's coming back from the tropic party end of February, so that'll be lovely. Steph I need to contact, because I don't even know if she's started her new job yet. Really do need to ring her, or at least message her. She's always busy. So as you can see, just building the colour up. I think you can see what I'm saying. Yeah, leave it nice and subtle at the bottom. That will do. That will give you the general idea. Sponge as well. So I decided, obviously you can have your ombre whichever way you like. Look at the state of my paper now. That was clean before we started, but never mind. It is scrap. So yeah, you can have the ombre, the dark at the top. On mine, I decided to go for dark at the bottom, light at the top. I don't know why, I just felt it was like, should we do it the other way around? What do you reckon, ladies? Which way? Which way shall I do it? Quick. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do it that way. We'll mix it up a bit. Can use my blue glue. So yeah, again, this lovely paper. It does seem a shame to be using the other side because this side's so lovely as well, but I just do love the stripes. Hi Dawn. Hope you're well as well. Yeah, I haven't told you all the measurements of the bits. If anybody is interested, I know you probably all know how to do layers, but they will be on my blog tomorrow, all the layers that I've used, cardstock measurements. It's just easier for me to do it that way than tell you all. Right, so don't forget to do the sentiment this time, Sarah, at the same time, save some time. Right, so we're going to just do celebrate on this one, and of course the cake. So put them there, then hopefully I won't forget. So emboss them, buddy. There's the mark again. Get my white powder out ready and the paper. As you all know, I have a little bit of an obsession with white embossing at the moment with the emboss resist technique, which we're not actually using tonight, the actual emboss resist, but I still do love my white embossing. But yeah, I don't know why, I am a little bit obsessed with it at the moment, I must admit, I know I am. But I think we all do that, don't we? Go through phases of techniques and phases with certain types of cards that we like to use, to do, I don't know, perhaps it's just me, but yeah, I do, and I go through certain colours where I have my favourites, then I go off them for a while, then I'll go back to them. I don't know about all you, but that's just how it is, how I work. So we're going to do this on straight and see if I can bear to put it straight on the card instead of doing it on a wonk. It actually is on the monk a little bit, it's not fully straight. Oh well. There we go. Might have to put it on the monk so to make it look as though it's right. Probably missed a little bit of embossing there, just if I'm honest, but we'll see how that comes out. Right, in with the gun again. Go. There's a technique you can do with white embossing actually if you do it on coloured cards, especially black. It's actually called black magic technique, and you can white emboss on black cards. So all this you can do it, and then you can fill it in with a white watercolour pencil or white colouring crayon, you know what I mean, white coloured pencil, and then you can colour over it with different mediums, and that's quite striking. We have done it in class a few times, not for a while though. Right, so that is actually lovely on its own. You could just leave the card like that. Or we'll mount it up like that. But you can see, so yeah, perfectly good. Like if you want a nice simple card, just mount it on there, be lovely. But I just took it to the next level just by doing the flowers and putting them up on dimensionals. But it's entirely up to you whether you do that or not. As I say, I think it just makes for a nice card without. Just like to give you your different options, what you can do. So I'm just going to mount that on some Whisper White. I think I made my borders slightly smaller. Well, I know I have made my border slightly. I've only used a 3mm border instead of a 5mm border. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does actually make quite a little bit of difference. It's just a millimetre each side, but it just gives you a nice fine border. Right, okay ladies, right. Want your decisions. Right, I know what Wanda will say, because I know Wanda. But I want to know, shall I put it straight, or shall I put it on the wonk? Or tilted, shall we say, not on the wonk. Right, come on, you're going to have to make the decision for me. Right, do we do it straight? And then when we do the banner, we could do that on the wonk, or we could do that straight. Come on, help me make the decision. I'm going to leave it up to you. This can be your choice, your card. Do we do it straight, or do we do it tipped? Is anybody going to let me know? I'm going to wait until you tell me. Right, so while you're deciding, I'm just going to be cutting this down with a cutter. Come on, be brave ladies, make the decision. Do we have it straight or tipped? What would you do? Ooh! Phone just made me jump out of my skin, falling down. Good job I didn't swear. Any decisions yet? Straight or tilted? I'm just going to assume that my comments aren't working. Maybe not. Maybe you are all shouting at me and I just can't see them coming up on the screen. Right. Shall we go straight? Yeah, I think we're going to go straight, and then I might put the Celebrate on the tilt. Idea to use tape at this point. No, just hold it down. Our glue is good enough to hold. Just have to hold it for a minute or two. Right. There we go there. That actually looks quite nice. But then I like it on the tilt as well. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let's do it on the tilt. These decisions. It's as bad as trying to think of what to have for tea at night. That's a bad enough decision to make. Whew, I sweat over that most days. Yeah, right across there. Right, we're just going to add a few little sequins. Oh gosh, I always do that. Oh, no, I was right the first time. Oh well, shouldn't doubt myself, should I? So these are the sequins out of the Peaceful Poppies suite, out of the Spring Summer mini catalogue, which I haven't actually got the Poppies suite, only bits of it, not the actual stamp set. But I've got the Elements kit, which is quite good. But yeah, these sequins are really nice. We're just going to pick out the black ones in here. Black, I think there's black, red, gold, clear. Probably should leave the sequins to the last, but I'm doing it now, so. Oh, off camera again. Right, use our pokey tool. And yeah, there's some pretty shaped ones, excuse me. Flower shaped, some of them, not all round. Oh, pick the red one. Oh, excuse me, that's what you get for having your tea first. I don't often have my tea before doing this, but I did tonight. There you go. So you can see that is perfectly lovely card on its own, I think, anyway. Don't know what you all think. But I am just going to do the next stage, which is putting the flowers on. And I have to say, I have actually cut some out, but I'll just quickly show you what I did. Well, you'll all know what I did, but some people might not know, so I'm just going to show. And I've just used that for Versamark, so I should really clean it. Yeah. So making sure that just the flower part's covered with the black tuxedo ink. That's my phone again. So yet again, making sure that I've got all the flowers on the cardstock, not what I did earlier. That's it. Clean that. And then, as I say, I just use my Stampin' Blends to colour them in. You could use anything. You could use your watercolour pencils or your Stampin' Write markers, whatever you chose. I'm just going to show you a little bit of colour, and then I will just move on. So this is lovely. The cardstock we've used for the card is called Lovely Lipstick, which is one of my favourite colours at the moment. So this is the dark Lovely Lipstick. It is quite dark, so you really don't want too much of it. Can you all see what I'm doing? Sorry, I keep going off camera. Just want to create a little bit of depth. What we can, if it does get a little bit dark, we've got a colour lifter as well. I'll show you how to do that. It just helps to lift some of the colour, and it helps to blend the colours. If you have trouble blending them, although they should blend quite well, the colour lifter really can help. So now in just with the lighter one. As I always say, these are alcohol pens, so they do react differently from other pens. They take a minute or two to dry, but once they're dried and once they merge in with each other, they're really lovely. Now they do take a little bit of practice to get used to. I really need to do more practicing with them, really. I'm not the best at it. But yeah, again, left a little bit of white space because I think it needs it. You can see that. So, it does so this is the colour lifter. And so basically you just go in over the colours and it will help blend, and it does bring it out, the colour out a little bit, so it's now tinged that all a little bit pink, but it's very, very light. But it will just help tone things down a little bit. You know, it's just like a brush. You don't press hard. Oh, I missed some colour, missed some pink there. Just got to go in with a lighter pink that I've missed. Yeah, very light stroke. You don't press hard on the brush end. But yeah, it just kind of helps to blend it. You've got to give it a minute or two. Don't know if you can see any difference. You may not. Looks a bit harsh there actually. So wherever you've got some harsh lines or it looks harsh. Oh yeah, I can see it doing it now. It's just gone in and lifted some of that colour out. I don't think it's going in focus very well, so you may not see it. And we'll do the yellow. I'm just showing you one leaf, and then I'm just going to, right, that's the light. I picked up my old olive, my old ones again. I really should check them out. I have got new ones. So just going in with the dark. Then in with the light and blending it all together. So then you just have to fussy cut it out if you haven't got the dies, which I haven't. So, but I have done them earlier, so you don't have to sit and watch me cut it out. Right, that's it. So you just colour all the flowers in like that. And then mount it on some pads. Some dimensionals. Can't quite get over soon, but yeah, obviously you want to put it as over the image as you can. And I quite like the fact that you've got the berries and the other little leaves underneath. That gives it a little bit of extra dimension as well. I didn't cut all them out. I've been there all day, so I wanted that effect actually though. I thought it was nice. There. And we're nearly there. There we go. So I mean, you could have just glued them straight. I could have just glued them straight flat to the cake as well, but I thought I'd pop them up a little bit to make them look a bit more 3D, a bit more dimensional. So there you go. So yeah, went with a straight card in the end, but with a thing on the tilt, the sentiment. So there we go. So I'm going to just flip you back round quickly, just get the camera out of the way. Oh, I should have done that first. Where's the go? Oh, there we are. I'm back. Right, so thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think I've taught you anything much, those of you who are watching at the moment anyway, but I'm so pleased you could join me and you stayed with me, I hope. And please have a go. And yeah, I'm maybe back Monday next week, and I'm trying to flip between Tuesday and a Mondays, because so I can catch different people, because some people can't watch on a Tuesday, some people can't watch on a Monday. So yeah, trying to just mix it up a little bit. So right, anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.